Hi, I'm Tony Hayward, Chief Executive of BP Oil, and I want to discuss what happened aboard the Deepwater Horizon. I want to start by saying what happened that day was truly tragic. On April 20th, 2010, a BP oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico saw an explosion and fire that resulted in the loss of 11 lives. Also resulting from this fire was the largest ever recorded oil spill in all of history. We here at BP are deeply saddened by what has transpired. And we believe the best path to ensuring this never happens again is to assume full responsibility for our mistakes. I myself am truly devastated. Lives have been lost, people injured, communities damaged, and what has happened is truly unacceptable. I first need to offer my deepest condolences to the families of those that lost their lives that day. And next, I need to ensure everyone that we here at BP are committed to mitigating any further damages and will not rest until we have done so. So what are we doing? We wanted to start by coordinating our efforts. We began by responding to these events by coordinating with the federal government. On April 21st, we began holding administration meetings and conference calls with myself and other leaders of BP to discuss response efforts. We started the process of mitigating the damage done to the environment by seeking counsel with scientists, engineers, and other members of academia. We've also coordinated with numerous departments, including the Department of Interior, Homeland Security, Energy and Defense, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, National Marine Fisheries Service, EPA, OSHA, Gulf Coast State Environment and Wildlife Agencies, and the Marine Spill Response Corporation. Given the background and the expertise of all those we've coordinated with, I believe that we have assembled the most proficient task force to begin the long process of undoing all the damage we have caused here. And what are we here at BP doing directly? Well, we have two primary goals. One is to mitigate the damage done, stop the flow of oil, and then hopefully by completing those two tasks, we'll minimize the environmental and economic damage. In order to make the latter goal, we first need to complete the former. To stop the flow of oil, we must do so at the source, which is the well. We've made numerous attempts to contain the well already. Some have not been successful, but throughout the containment process, we will work closely with the Environmental Protection Agency to ensure we are doing our utmost to protect the environment throughout all of this. In terms of cleanup efforts, we are more than committed to seeing the efforts through to the very end till the environment is in a better condition, no matter what the cost is. Under the Oil Pollution Act, we are federally responsible for carrying out the cleanup, and we have already spent $1.5 billion, and we have no plans to stop until this task is completed. And now I need to discuss the causes of what led to this disaster. I want to start by saying we at BP are assuming full responsibility for this disaster. We are in no way looking to sidestep responsibility for our role in causing this. However, this was a complete accident and was caused by a combination of errors. There are 7 components that the investigation has pinpointed in playing a role in the disaster, including the cement wall, causing system, and pressure tests. But as far as our company is concerned, we're only interested in the investigation to learn how these mistakes can be avoided in the future. We have no interest in seeing who else is at fault, pointing fingers, or assigning blame to anyone else. We are only looking to take responsibility for our own mistakes and avoid this in the future. As for what we've learned, from a disaster like this, there's always lessons to take away. These lessons are very painful. As we said, we've lost lives, but we must learn from this. The first lesson: we weren't prepared for a subsea disaster of this scale prior to the spill. And as a company and an industry, we must better prepare for such disasters. The second lesson is safety technology. Prior to this disaster, we had relied on technology that failed us. The blowout preventer must be added to and improved upon to ensure safety in such events. We plan to lead and participate in industry-wide efforts to prepare and safeguard against future disasters of this nature. Overall, I just want to say, as a company, we're never going to forget the 11 lives lost in this disaster. At this point in time, we fully understand the criticisms coming towards our organization, and we have no intention of denying them. We hope that our words can bring you confidence and that our response will speak for itself. We pledge to spare no resource until the damage of this disaster has been mitigated.